Money. And she performs all over the city. Give it up for the one and only Sara McCarthy! Right
here! Hey. It is always so bright when I come up here. I have to one of the criticisms that people always say is I'm always squinting when I'm doing this, so I'm trying to try not to this time. So, I've been doing this a couple months now, and I have to say, as a female stand-up comedian, I get hit on, a lot, a ridiculous amount. So it takes, someone has to come up with something really creative to get my interest. Only one person has ever done it so far. What he said was, after my last performance here, he came up to me and he said, "I apologize for the cartoonishly large size of my hand. I was wasted last night, fell down my front stairs, and lost my house keys. I would like to buy you a drink." So after that, of course, I was instantly smitten. Plus his Mickey Mouse-sized cartoon-like hand definitely endeared him to me. So I ended up going back to his place that night, but we were so wasted and tired by the time we got there that we went straight to bed. But what he revealed to me as we were going to bed was that he has to wear a sleep apnea machine to go to bed. So what that is it's like a mask that he wears so that he won't stop breathing and die in the middle of the night. So it's a little bit important. Now the thing is, because his hand was all fucked up, it had fallen apart the night before, so he couldn't put it back together. So here I am, not 10 minutes earlier, I had no idea what a sleep apnea machine is, and I'm drunkenly putting one back together. It felt like that scene in Apollo 13 where they're trying to put the square thing in the round thing so that the astronauts won't die. It's very, very important. So I finally get it together and he puts it on, and it was like cuddling with Darth Vader all night. "Do you need any extra blankets? Have a glass of water." It's like, no, I think I'm okay. So I've come to the realization lately that I might be sort of like a female version of Pee Wee Herman. So hear me out on this. Obviously I dress like a child. My primary mode of transportation is a bicycle, and my house is completely full of toys. Not the fun adult kind of toys, but the stuffed animal action figure variety. So I brought a guy over one night, and as he walks to the door, he takes one look and he says, "Wow, it looks like a pedophile lives here." But he followed it up with, "Oh, but not in a bad way." Apparently it's a good way to decorate your house if you're trying to lure small children into it. Good to know. I also recently found out I'm known as the resident drunk in my building.
Hey!
Yeah. Proud of that one. So a friend works with a former neighbor of mine who described me as, "Oh yeah, I know her. Dark hair, quiet, drunk all the time." I take offense at that. I am not drunk all the time. I am stoned all the time. I'm only drunk after 5. I can be an obnoxious drunk though, so I can kind of see where he's coming from. I'm actually the reason they don't serve alcohol at company functions anymore. Turns out it's not the best idea to get blackout drunk, corner a VP, and tell her how much you want to sleep with her son. Yeah, that was true. I've come to the realization that I think there's some sort of evolution to my alcoholism now, though. I started off drinking screwdrivers, which were vodka and orange juice. Then it was vodka cranberries, then vodka tonics. Now it's vodka and club soda. I feel like once I get to straight vodka, then I have an issue, and I might have to do something about it. Almost there, though. I'm almost at that last step. So I got to experience a very beautiful New York moment the other day. I got to see a homeless woman shit into a can on a subway platform. Now, mind you, it wasn't the garbage can, it was the soup can. Now, her accuracy was actually quite admirable, because I've pissed on the streets countless times, and I always end up getting splashback on my feet. She got it all in the can, threw it away, and like that, she was gone. Like the Kaiser Soze of subway shitters. So, a more pleasant news, my grandmother died last summer. So, I've been to a lot... Sorry, I just laugh because she was a terrible person. So, this is one of the most bizarre funerals I've been to, and I'm Irish, so I've been to a lot of funerals. You know how much we love our open bars. So, what was so bizarre about this funeral was that my grandmother was cremated, but we had a burial for her anyway. So everything was miniaturized. It was like a little tiny coffin, a little plot, a little tombstone. It was like that scene in Spinal Tap with that miniature Stonehenge. Like, we should have had midget pallbearers taking her around to the grave. Oh man, my mom loves that joke. It was her mom that died, that's why she loves it. So, I recently joined Planet Fitness, and I have to say that my confidence has increased just by walking through the door. At a lot of gyms that I went to, I would have to compare myself to all these women that look like models. When I'm at Planet Fitness, I feel like the nurse in a burn unit. It's just like sadness everywhere. I'm pretty sure that at least half the people that go there are homeless and just use it for the showers. It's like, I would never use the showers if I didn't sweat like a pig every time I exercised. The drains are always full of hair, and one time I had the pleasure of finding a used tampon on the floor. Still worth $10 a month, though, I feel. I just used a different stall. It was fine. So, the one thing I don't like about my Planet Fitness is that there's only 2 changing rooms. So if they're both being used, I have to get changed in the handicap stall, like an animal. Like, because I'm not going to get naked in front of the homeless in New York. It's just not happening. So there's one bitch that always goes there and like uses the stall like it's her own private change room. She like leaves all her shit in there unlocked while she takes a shower. It's like I always have this fantasy where I go in there and I throw all their crap all over the floor. But the worst thing I'd done was I left a very passive-aggressive note that said, "You are a selfish cunt," and then ran away. I didn't go back to the gym for 3 days because she was kind of scared and I thought she'd figure out it was me. But she never did. She still does it. I'm such a pussy. So, let me see. So, when I was a kid, my parents didn't seem to understand the concept of a bookshelf. Like, normally you would put the things you don't want your children reading on the top of the bookshelf. But no, when I was 10 years old, I had access to the joy of sex. And like a whole bunch of Playboys, for some reason, they kept on a bookshelf, because those are important. So, I was like the only girl growing up. So every time there was like a holiday or a birthday, they would always give me Barbies. And I fucking hated Barbies. Who wants Barbies? Like, oh, they dress up, blah, blah, blah. So once I got access to the joy of sex, suddenly they were all strippers. I used to want Ken to have sex with them. You know how he's not equipped. So the only thing that I had to build penises out of was Play-Doh, which is not known for its tensile strength. So there was a lot of crushed dicks going on when I was a kid. All right, that's my time. I'm gonna leave you guys in the crushed dick note. And it's after